What's up, everybody? Now, I did not think this would ever be on DVD. This came out a few months ago. 2018. This came out on digital, only on digital. So you gotta buy a digital copy and then watch it on the computer or some shit like that. But I'm pretty sure that it came out on DVD yesterday because that's when I saw it in Walmart yesterday. Leprechaun Returns. Now I'm gonna give y'all my take on it. Be honest with you, it's way better than Leprechaun Origins and Leprechaun 4 and Leprechaun Origins. But I want us to do a new ranking video, possibly one day, with this movie in the ranking. So I'm not gonna tell you where this falls in place yet because I'm gonna say that for the ranking. My new ranking video with this movie involved. So Leprechaun Returns. Is it good? Yeah, it's good. Is it brutal? Yes, brutal as fuck. This movie is so brutal. Like, this is probably the brutalest Leprechaun movie there is. Like, this probably has the most blood, the most guts, the most gore, the most everything. And he played a decent Leprechaun. The guy that played the Leprechaun in this movie, but he didn't play as good as the original Leprechaun per se. But he did play a good Leprechaun in this movie. Now, this movie takes place, I think, like 25 years after the original, and act like the other stuff never happened. Sort of like what Halloween did, Halloween 2018 did, 40 years after the original, act like the other ones never happened. That's what this movie did. And, you got Ozzy back, and, of course he dies. Like, he ends up dying. This is a spoiler if you haven't seen it. He ends up dying, like, 15 minutes into the movie. And, it's just something about like how the Leprechaun comes back. Leprechaun comes back, um, Ozzy, he's the guy that had a lot of mental issues that swallowed the gold in the first Leprechaun movie. So, Leprechaun somebody comes back, and he ends up going inside his body, freaking kills Ozzy, and I'm talking about this. This scene's bloody as shit. Went out of his stomach when you see all freaking guts and blood everywhere. And he gets his fucking one of his gold coin back out of his stomach, and and stuff. And there's certain scenes in this movie that's creepy. This feels like it's a sequel to the original movie. It feels like that. It feels like as soon as they was done filming the original Leprechaun movie, they went on and filmed this movie. That's what it feels like, because it just feels like that. Like, it feels like a part two to the original movie, and this is actually a true sequel. At least in my opinion, this film, if you love the original, you would possibly love this film. Um, you know, there's some comedy elements in it. Yeah, there's some funny ass moments where this girl thought she saw freaking Leprechaun. She started hitting the thing like, say, "Oh my fucking god! Oh god! Oh fuck!" Like that, and then everybody else started running. She's like, "Oh fuck this!" Everybody else was running. She's sitting in the fucking house still. She's like, "Hello guys, where'd y'all go?" It was funny as hell because it's like the other three freaking ran off. They was like, fuck that. And they ran. Left their ass in the fucking house. So that scene was freaking funny as hell. And, yeah, and there's a lot that goes on in this film. And, I only paid like, what, $10 for this film yesterday. And it was a hell of a fucking deal for this movie. This movie is good since the original Leprechaun. Like, if you don't like the original Leprechaun, you'll probably not like this one. It's almost as good as the original Leprechaun. It really is. It's close to being as good as the original Leprechaun. So if I had to rate this film, a lot of people don't give the Leprechaun movies enough credit. Um, he ain't the most popular horror icon. He ain't. He ain't as popular as, say, like Chucky or Freddy or Jason or Michael Myers. He ain't that popular. But, he's still a horror icon that don't get as much credit as he should. And what's crazy is this has crazy discard right here. Like, it's so crazy. It feels like all the cheaper movies have the best disc art. That's what it seems. Like, look at that disc art right there. Look how gorgeous that disc art looks. Like, seriously, that disc art is amazing. So if I had to rate this film right here, overall, this film is worth watching. It's really good. If I had to rate this film, I will give it 8.5 out of 10. That's a good score for this type movie. 8.5 out of 10 for Leprechaun Returns. And, yeah, so, you know, the Leprechaun movies ain't the best horror films ever. Because, you know, I seen too much horror films. So I know which ones are good and which ones are bad. Like Halloween, basically half the Halloween movies are 10 out of 10s. 10 out of 10 after 10 out of 10 after 10 out of 10. I'm obsessed with Michael Myers movies. The movies and stuff because they're entertaining. You know, the suspense, thrill, all that. Story, all that. That's why I love Michael Myers so much. But yeah, this movie had a good story. You know, and like what I would do if I was gonna write a sequel to this movie right here, I forgot that one kid's name that was in the very first one. That was Ozzy's friend. I forgot the kid's name. I would make it the next. Like if I want to do a sequel to this, I'll make it to where they bring that original kid back, but he's an adult now, of course, and he wants revenge over Ozzy. Like he finds out the Leprechaun killed Ozzy because you know at the end of this movie, Leprechaun didn't really die. You know they thought they killed him, and then he's not really dead. But I would make it to where Ozzy's friend from the first one ends up having revenge in the sequel. Finds out Ozzy ends up like Ozzy died in this one, and he tries to have revenge for Ozzy. So he tries to look for that fucking leprechaun, tries to kill that leprechaun and stuff. That's what I think could happen in the sequel to this movie. But yeah, this movie is way better than Leprechaun Origins and way better than Leprechaun 4. So yeah, I enjoyed this film quite a bit. Leprechaun Returns is an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10 is very damn good score, especially for a freaking Leprechaun movie. Literally. People act like these are the worst films ever, which is they really ain't. Because I've seen some bad movies. And Leprechaun movies ain't that bad. And, you know, they're entertaining, you know. They take a leprechaun and turn it into a horror film, you know. It's awesome. And, yeah, so 8.5 out of 10 for Leprechaun Returns. You know, they got some other Leprechaun movies that's cartoons. It's crazy. Yeah, and um, yeah, and people think these motherfuckers crazy because they was like, people think this girl's crazy. You know, the girl that plays Jennifer Aniston's daughter. Some of them think she's crazy because she ends up seeing the fucking leprechaun herself. So they think she's fucking crazy because they're like, there ain't no fucking leprechauns. Like, it's like your mom was crazy too. So you crazy also. You know. But yeah, this film is 8.5 out of 10 for me. And it's a good horror film. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. Love this film. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10 for Leprechaun Returns. And I would watch it again. I would definitely watch it again. I watched it twice. I watched it last night and I watched it today. So I just got finished watching it just now. So yeah, I guess that's it for this review. I told y'all I got a lot of good reviews coming up. I got a lot of good videos coming up. Escape Plan 3. The Escape Plan, I think Extractors or something. That's the name of it. Escape Plan 3 Extractors. Extractors. It's hard to say that a little bit. That review's coming possibly on July 2nd because I'm buying that movie and I'm reviewing it. And then also this June 21st, I'm going to possibly review, or June 20th because it's playing down here on June 20th. So I might review. Well, I should be able to review Toy Story 4 on that day. So yeah, I'm definitely going to review Toy Story 4. So yeah, there's a lot of videos to look forward to, and I hope y'all enjoy this review. If y'all enjoyed this review, please hit the like button, please subscribe and share, and also hit the bell so you know when new videos uploaded. Peace out. Hope y'all enjoy this video. I'm out. Peace. Leprechaun Returns is one gory motherfucking movie.